best cricket review. And the hunt begins. One down, 8 more to go. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Best Cricket Review. I'm your host, Tanveer Syed, MC Tam1, the Bengal Dragon, Tan Tiger 01. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter, Tan Tiger 01, Twitch at MC Tam1. Follow me on Instagram as well, and hit that bell notification button. And do also share this video and comment so that you can tell the YouTube algorithm that it's a video worth watching. But this is going to be your detailed review of the Bangladesh versus South Africa match. Okay, let us jump straight into it. Apology for the delay, but it's getting to that point in Ramadan where it's towards the back end, fasting starts to get a little more difficult than expected. South Africa win the toss and elect to bowl first. So Miller was in for Amla, and Morris was in for Pretorius. So these are my initial thoughts. As for Bangladesh, Saifuddin was playing instead of Rubal Hussain, and Mosaddeq Hussain was playing for Sabir Rahman. Okay, I was going in very pessimistic because I thought that Bangladesh are going to lose because South Africa are really, really pissed off. Because apart from Rubel, we don't have any real pace, like any real even slightly threatening pace. Oh boy. Whoa. So Bangladesh were wearing their home outfit, their green outfit, not the red ones that actually Tamim Iqbal was wearing on one of the team preview videos. So let us start. Bangladesh innings. This was pretty much on the same used surface that I believe the previous game was on. That's at least that's what I think, because they kept saying it's used surface. So I think it's the same ground pitch as that England match. So you would think South Africa would know this pitch a little better. Excuse me. So like I'm doing this more like a podcast format. So like for all those new to this video, this is what I do. I do these videos in a podcast format because I don't want it to sound too scripted and too mechanical. Like it just jump from image to image. It just jumps from picture to picture, and you have a lot of people just talking behind the scenes and whatnot. Yeah, a lot of people do that on their channels. Like me, I'm more like a face-to-face person or face-to-camera person. South Africa were actually in their yellow, their away outfit. Okay, so for Bangladesh, Tamim and Shomo Sarkar to open, and Lungi Ngiri to open for South Africa. After one, Bangladesh were 5 for 0. After one, Bangladesh 5 for 0. Shomo Sarkar hit a 4 in that over, so good enough. Rabada to open with Ngiri, and listen, these predictions I said because they made the world's #1 team, England. They made England struggle in these conditions with their variable pace and their cutters and whatnot. So I thought Bangladesh, they're a good batting side. Their strength is their batting, but they're not as good as England in terms of batting. Let's be realistic here. So I thought Bangladesh will not even come close to 300. Okay, Rabada to open with Ngiri. Okay, at this point, unfortunately, okay, sorry. After two Bangladesh for 740. At this point, my laptop, unfortunately, it has to do the one of those automatic type of necessary restarts where it has to update itself. So it came back at 4.3 over, and Sharkar just hit a 4. So the score was 24-0. After 5, okay, after 5, Bangladesh were 28-0. Sarkar hit two good boundaries that over, and the last ball, however, Lungi Ngiri came around the wicket and he induced a genuine edge from Sarkar. It went between it went between two slip fielders for 4. This stuff happens in cricket, but Sarkar has to be very careful. That's not going to be the case all the time. A good number of times he's going to get out. After 6, Bangladesh were 37-0. Rabada having some bad deliveries and some good ones too. But yeah, if you have bad deliveries, the venom from the good deliveries is sort of nullified. Because if you have the bad deliveries, like you can bowl like as much of a good delivery as you want, as long as the ball doesn't travel through objects and just hit the stumps automatically. Um, the batsmen are just gonna block it or leave it or whatever, unless they're in like a self-destructive mood. Okay, after 7, Bangladesh were 50-0. Now, Shammo Sarkar was getting into a groove. Now, I'm like, okay, I'm also in the groove. And I'm like, because I'm always skeptical, you see. Like, because I've seen Bangladesh go through these phases. Okay, and a lot of stuff is in my memory, which I'm like, which would lead me to not be completely confident in Bangladesh. Because remember, the spectacular collapse, After 8, 58-0. Bangladesh were going good, man. Sarkar was going strong. Uh, Andile Pellakwayo to bowl the ninth. Okay, 8.2, I believe. Uh, 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 Pellakwayo came round the wicket. The ball just slightly moved, and Tam Iqbal went to drive one. He got the outside edge and straight to the keeper. He's gone for 16. Bangladesh was 60 for one. I'm like, okay, one prediction came true that Tamim Iqbal will will not perform at least in this match. Like like he will not score runs in this match or score big in this match. Okay, but at least best opening partnership amongst Asian teams so far in this tournament. I'm not saying South Asian teams because for some reason I can't consider Afghanistan to be South Asia. Afghanistan is a bit more Central Asia, aren't Afghanistan central a bit more central? Aren't they like close to Russia or something? Aren't they like don't they have a border with border with Russia? Russia is not South Asia at all. So that milestone was there. Shakib Al Hasan, the new man in. Please not. I'm like, please, not first ball out, not first ball out. Because last time we saw Shakib, he got a golden duck in a warm up match. But at least that's the warm up match. I'm like, please, not here to, not here to. After 9, Bangladesh was 60 for one, and I'm like, okay, just cool down, cool down. Okay, Rabada around the wicket. After 10, Bangladesh was 65 for one. So this was the end of the power play. Okay, now by this time, Angiri, Rabara, Pelaquayo, they're all coming around the wicket. The fact that they had to come around the wicket, it completely tells you that South Africa pretty much psychologically, psychologically got defeated at this point. At this point, because when you generally come over the wicket and you're coming round the wicket, right? Like, and then all your other bowlers, follow suit and start coming round the wicket. This tells you that South Africa were completely bemused by Bangladesh's approach and they had not prepared for this approach. If it's something they do often, okay, I understand that. So it's something they're trying new, but they're starting this from the very get go. It's like, okay, let me give you an example. Let's say Mortaza's coming around the wicket. Okay, he gets the wicket. After that, you have Abu Jayed coming around the wicket. You have Mohammad Saifuddin come around the wicket. You have Rubul Hussain come around the wicket. Like all starting off round the wicket. Yeah, and they're still going for ones, and the run rate is high. So this sort of tells you they were taken aback a bit, especially by Shomo Sarkar actually. Okay, 11.1 reviewed by Pehlakwaya. Umpires call for hitting the wicket, so Sarkar survives. And I'm like Sarkar, calm down. Watch Pehlakwaya for a bit. Watch Andile Pehlakwaya for a bit. Maybe you didn't watch the last match. I watched the last match. Okay, this guy he's a bit of a cunning bowler. Oh, oh sorry, this was I believe 10.1 review by so after 1173 for one. So it seems like Somo Sarkar was starting to learn how to play Pehlakwaya as well. Chris Morris to bowl the 12th, and I believe later on even he came around the wicket. Okay, 11.4 bowls one short. Soccer glove one. Soccer glove one. Trying to pull, but just gloved it to you, QDK. But well played, Shammo Sarkar. I believe 42 of 30 balls. Well played. Well played. The momentum was the momentum given by Shammo Sarkar, you know, was something extremely valuable for the following batsmen. After 12, Bangladesh 79 for 2. Okay, okay. Rahim was the new man. Rahim was the new man in. Uh, okay. And there was a cut for 4 on the last ball. And my thought going into this, Mushfiqur Rahim, Shakib Al Hasan, at least, at least until the 20th, end of the 20th over, you cannot afford to lose a wicket. But even after that, because after that, by that time, Shakib and Mushfiq will be well set. You can't have afford to lose a wicket then. After 13, Bangladesh were 83 for 2. After 14, 85 for 2. Good. 85 for 2. So I'm like, you know what? Good enough from Bangladesh. They're trying not to collapse. They're trying to consolidate. So good. Okay. After 15, Bangladesh were 88 for 2. And this was the drinks period. I'm like, they're just trying to consolidate a little bit. They're trying to consolidate. Good. Like, that's good. You don't have to keep your run rate over 6 every over. Okay. Okay. Then after that, I believe in, like, in I believe in one of the things in the next over or something, because the 15 over mark was over. So like I said, for those of you new to the new to this series of videos, I cover I, I give over to over coverage for the first 15 overs and the last 10 overs. Between 15 and 40, I break it down into 5 over blocks. Now in this block, what I also saw is there's one point where Shakib actually top edged a ball for a 6, and then went for the same shot again, not realizing that he edged that ball, not realizing it. And this was Shakib's problem. Like, calm down. Yeah, that wasn't the 16th over. So after 16, Bangladesh 100 were up 100 for 2. Good, good stuff. 16 overs. And I'm like, just hit the odd boundaries, and this is a big ground. The oval's a big ground. Just milk the singles. The outfield is fast enough. Yeah, it'll cause problem while bowling, but the outfield is fast enough. But right now you're batting. Milk the singles. The boundaries will come. Aiden Mar- Aiden Markram was the new man in. Okay, he was brought in ahead of Imran Tahir, and by the way, Tabraya Shamsi was not playing. And at the toss, Faf du Plessis said that we have opted to go with a bit more pace. This told you his approach. Okay, so Tahir also bowled started bowling his overs in this period and in his 100 games. So congratulations to Imran Tahir. So after 20, Bangladesh are 124 for 2. So even with the introduction of Imran Tahir and Aiden Markram, it wasn't working so far. I'm like, okay, okay. I'm like, okay. Run rate is above 6. I'm like, if Bangladesh can have this partnership going beyond the 45th over, they have a good chance of out batting South Africa of from this match. Out batting South Africa to to a defeat. Other than that, this 5 over block belonging to Bangladesh. Okay, I've also noticed something else. Aiden Markram, right arm off spinner. He was coming round the wicket from the start, even to Mushfiqur Rahim. I believe this was a specific plan to negate that Mushfiqur Rahim's slog sweep over mid wicket for 6. That he plays a lot, or like he likes to go to every now and then. Uh, Okay, the, another thing I saw in the 22nd over, there was a slip brought in for brought in for Shakib while Imran Tahir was bowling. So the intent was clearly there because they really wanted to get wickets now. So Chris Morris to bowl the 24th. Okay, after 24, after 24, South Bangladesh 150 were up. Okay, now visibly the pressure was telling on South Africa. Visibly, I mean like they are taking a very long time to set up their fields. This means that they are desperately looking for a wicket. Like like they have been like infused with confusion. Like, oh, okay. What if what if this doesn't work? Okay, let's try this. And then just before the ball, wait. But if you try this, they can score one there. What if that doesn't work? So what if I did now doesn't work? Oh crap, we gotta do this. And then the process repeats again and again. Okay, do we need to pull the 25th? After 5, so the 24th to 25th, that over, the 25th over was a 10-run over. So after 25, Bangladesh were 160 for 2. Now the game was a lot in Bangladesh's control. When you have a plus 6 run rate in the middle overs, you know you got this game. And and here's the thing with JP Duminy. Very wrong move to bring on because he is not a slow bowler, at least what I've seen here. He is a super slow bowler. Look, Imran Tahir and Aiden Markram bowl significantly quicker than JP Duminy as spinners. So if you're going to bowl that slow, you are not going to get wickets, buddy. At least in this tournament, you are not going to get wickets. Okay, okay. At this point, like I noticed, through the commentary, Lungi Ngiri was reported to have some hamstring problems. 25.6, 26.0. Hashtag Shakib the Great. Hashtag STG. Yet to another 50. The best all-rounder in the world, number one all-rounder in the world in ODI cricket. The greatest pure left-arm spinning all-rounder in ODI cricket of all time. Okay, Pehla Koy to bowl the 27th. 27.3 100 partnership was between uh, Mushfiq and Shakib. 28.4. Mushi also gets to his half century with a boundary. I'm like, well played, man, well played. Now just do not lose the boundary. And another one of my predictions came true. That the batsman who will perform the most in this tournament will be Shakib and Mushfiq. For some reason, that's what I feel. Because especially Mushfiq, because Mushfiq is perhaps the most technically sound batsman in this balance lineup. I'm like, just don't lose the wicket. Don't lose the wicket. Okay, Tahir to bowl the 38 again. After 30, Bangladesh were 1-9. After 30, Bangladesh were 190 for 2. So, end of the 20, Bangladesh run rate above 6. End of 25, Bangladesh run rate above 6. End of 30, Bangladesh run rate above 6. I'm like, Shakib, Mushfiq, this is up to you, boys. This is up to you. Do not throw your wickets away. You're set for a huge total. Okay, okay. South Africa, on the other hand, they were looking increasingly clueless and desperate, appealing for almost anything that's even vaguely close. The few times that they were. Palaquetable 31st. After 32. Okay, after 32, Bangladesh 200 were up. 200 for 2. And Tahir also tried bowling around the wicket. Okay, everyone's bowling around the wicket now. Okay, and now there's some misfields there as well. There's a fumble by JP Duminy. Rabada to bowl 33rd. And by this time, the word came through that Lungi and Giri apparently he has suffered a hamstring strain or something, and he is out of the game. So, okay, yeah, I will get to this at my analysis, at the end of this innings. Okay, after 33 overs, it was drinks. 207 for 2. Very good going, Bangladesh. South Africa were, I'm sorry to say it, but they're almost in panic mode. And I'm like, okay, you're just coming back from break. Coming back from break. Don't lose focus. Don't lose focus. Important to have focus. Just consolidate yourself just for a little bit. You have 17 overs. Already past that 200 mark. Well set for 300. Rabada to bowl 35th. Okay, 34.5 player review by yeah, desperation. Player review by Kahiso Rabada for caught behind. Original decision was not out. Okay, now as I was hearing, because I rely a bit more on hearing, I did not hear anything in terms of getting an edge or a glove. And Ultra Edge actually confirms that. South Africa lose their review, and like there's like so the ultra shows a flat line. And this is like kind of a funny line, I guess, a corny line in commentary. Like South Africa were looking for a heartbeat, instead they were replied with a flat line. I'm like, okay. After 35 to 17 for two. Okay, now South Africa's down and out. South Africa's clearly down and out now. Bangladesh should slowly start to capitalize. Yes, I had a Smashistan sort of vine. I'm not gonna use that. I feel I have to make a new one actually. Okay. Shock. Okay, 35.1, and finally this partnership was broken. Shakib tried to get a little too cute and like moved a bit too much, on the offside and tried to sweep one down leg. It was a fuller delivery by Imran Tahir, and Shakib gets bowled. Well played. Well played. Gone for 75. Uh, Bangladesh for 217 for 3. And in a World Cup match, this was the best partnership for Bangladesh in any World Cup match. Congratulations. 142 runs, that partnership. Okay, Mohammad Mithun was new man in. Okay, Aiden Markham to bowl the 38. Morris to bowl the 39th. And Tahir to bowl the 40th. Okay, okay, and this is one of the reasons you might have because there's something that I don't actually verbalize, that I've taken on notes for. But one of the things I've taken down is, please, Muhammad Mithun, don't send Muhammad Mithun because he's inexperienced, and this is why. 39, 39.4. What I thought would happen happened. Tahir bowled the top spinner and the inexperienced Muhammad Mithun, because he's not too experienced against Imran Tahir. He, I believe he plays one on and he gets ball leg stump. He's gone for 21. Bangladesh 242 for 4. But still a decent contribution by Muhammad Mithun. Hopefully, like, I just hoped it would have been a bit bigger. So maybe Bangladesh should experiment with, like, sending Mahmudullah a bit up the order or something. Okay, Riyadh Newman in. Just swap Mahmudullah and Mohammed Mithun. So after 40, Bangladesh are 244 for 4. Once again, after 35, run rate above 6. After 40, run rate above 6. Well set. South Africa hit back with 2 wickets. A bit of bad shots. South Africa hit back with 2 wickets. A bit of bad shot from Bangladesh, really. Like a bit premeditated by Shakib Al Hasan and, like, Mohammad Mithun. Well, okay, I'll give that to Imran Tahir as well. Because, like, when you bowl top spinners and when you bowl flippers and when you bowl, like, variable bounce delivery, a good, respectable number of times you play the ball onto the stumps, because that's the result of the ball actually spinning that way and having that type of inertia and momentum coming onto the bat. The resultant the resultant trajectory, it just angles downwards onto the stumps. Okay, and I was like, okay, just consolidate 3 or 4 more overs. So now we get to our final power play. Chris Morris to build the 41st. After 41, 245 for 4. Good over by Morris. 41.4. Boundless 250 up. I'm like, get past 300 because this is a really good batting pitch. Your concerns with the bowler, we'll get to it once you start bowling. But whilst you're batting, this is a good batting pitch. After 42, 252 for 4. Lakoya to bowl the 43rd. 42 for 42.1. Moshi goes lobbing one to deep third man, and you could see even Mushfiq. I'm like he had this reaction like, oh man, what did I do? He's gone for 78. Uh, so Bangladesh lose their fifth wicket. Mosaddeq Hussain was the new man in after 43, 257 for 5. Tahir to bowl the 44. Okay, after 44, Bangladesh were 260 for 5. Tahir was done. Apparently, he was. Uh, I'm not. If I'm not mistaken, he was just a tad bit more expensive in the last game. He went. I think this game was 59 or 58. Last game was 60 or 61 or something like that. I might be mistaken. Okay, Palako once again to bowl the 45th. After 45, after 45, Bangladesh 271 for 5. Mosaddeq Hussain, thanks to those last two boundaries, got the run rate above 6 again. So kudos to you, man. Kudos to you. Mosaddeq Hussain, like start, give him a bit of time and like let him get used to the pitch and the bowling. Like he will start delivering. I'm pretty sure. And I'm like, okay, now time to push on. Rabada to bowl the 46th. After 46, after 46, 276 for 5. Morse to bowl the 47. 46.1, Rabada drops the difficult one. And yeah, he had to like backpedal and whatnot. I believe it went for 6 or a 4. After after 47, at 47, Bangladesh 291 for 5. Now the batters are getting into the groove big time, man. Mosaddeq Hussain and Mahmudullah. Pelakoi the 48th. After 48, last after 48, after after 48, 302 for 5. Uh, the boundary of the last ball that got Bangladesh past the 300 mark, and man, consecutive wides, overthrows, man. Now midfield, South Africa were getting brain mangled in this at this point. It's that bad. Morris to bowl 39th. I'm like, okay, now go for it. Now, not kitchen sink. Okay, 48.6. Mosaddeq goes for 26 off of 20. Very handy. Very handy and good stuff from him to like continue on the momentum and like revitalize the momentum in the very end. 316 for 6. So this was a big enough over, man. Okay, so that was the score after 49 overs. Mehdi Hassan Newman in. Rabada to bowl the final over. Okay, after 50, Bangladesh reached the highest total ever, 330 for 6. Their highest total in all ODIs. Man, Mahamudullah Riyad brought it, man. 46 not out of 33, of 33. 3 4s and a 6. So 18 runs. 18 runs of boundaries. The rest, like one then twos, one then twos, one then twos, one then twos. So this told you, man, even Riyadh is getting back into the groove. Good for him, man. Good for him. Big, big match, Riyadh. Okay, okay. As far as this innings goes, Shakib Mushfiq partnership, very good, very important. Shombo Sarkar started this off, by the way. Shombo Sarkar started this off. I'm like, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Bangladesh will have to do some hard work because this is still a good batting surface. As for South Africa, man, look, okay, let me take it. Remember, I told you about the Lungingiri point. Okay, Lungingiri, he got injured. Okay, like okay, he's out. So, what about your backup bowlers? Rabada was, this hot sensation. Okay, Rabada, he's like the leader of the attack. Shouldn't he have done more? Pelaqueo, he can bowl quite a bit. Shouldn't he have done more? Chris Morris was brought in to bring in extra pace. Shouldn't he have done more? So South Africa's backup bowlers could not adapt. Remember in my preview I said the key is adaptability. Little did I know that South Africa will be the one struggling with adaptability, not Bangladesh. I'm sorry, the Lungingiri injury, I don't see it's a viable excuse because, yeah, you have one bowler that's injured. So, what are your other bowlers in the team for? Are they just to make up the numbers? Are they just to wear that chewing gum packet color outfit? Yeah, that juicy fruit colored, juicy fruit packet colored outfit with the advertising logos and all that. Is it, or are they in, or are the other bowlers in this team to bowl properly, create pressure, and get wickets? This is the number 3 ranked side in ODIs. You would expect their bowlers to actually adapt if someone got injured, like, mid-match. Okay. South Africa innings. And by the way, the Shomo Sarkar and the ESPN Cricket Info article about this. Go check it out. The Shomo Sarkar innings. It gave a very strong boost to the Bangladeshi momentum, and it quickly deflated South Africa. It's a double-edged sword though, because now the other teams have seen Shomo Sarkar, and then they will plan accordingly. Next match is against New Zealand, an opposition we have faced many, many times. And I believe it's in this round as well. So, very careful Bangladesh will have to be. South Africa innings. QDK and Markram to open for South Africa. Mustafiz to open for Bangladesh. After 1-4 for 0. Apart from that boundary from QDK, he was struggling with his timing. And by the way, in this inning, Mustafiz was getting, I believe even touched either getting close or even touched the 140 mark. So this was Mustafiz, pretty much at at almost his best. Very good to see. Okay, Mehdi Hassan to bowl the second. I'm like, just don't go for runs. We'll be good. Starting run rate was 6.6 per over. After 213 for 0. Expensive that from Miraz. Maybe not a good move, but it's just 1 over, so let's see. After 315 for 0. Good over for Fizz. Again, build up that pressure. And I'm like, Miraz cannot let lose the pressure, man. After 419 for 0. Better over from Miraz. After 527 for 0. Tad bit expensive from Fizz, but just cannot let the pressure off. But this happens in the first power play. Sometimes you go for consecutive of 4s in the first power play. Or consecutive boundaries in the first power play. This happens. After 628 for 0. Great over from... And this is the captaincy of Mashrafi Mortaza. Okay? This is why he's in the team. And by the way, kudos to Miraz. There's something I'll get into. After 735 for 0. and and it look, and in that over, there was an edge that flew off the bat. I believe Aiden Markram and went past slip, flew like in the air past slip and deep down to third man region for four. I keep screaming about this. When Mustafiz is bowling, please have someone in the slip or third man region to specifically, hold on, to specifically protect against this. Specifically. Because this is what Mustafiz does. He gets the outside edge and the ball exactly goes in that region. So why would you not place the fielder there? That bemuses me. After 839 for 0. Okay, at this point I started creating something called the feel good number. So according to the starting run rate, if South Africa were below this number, I feel good. If they're above this number, I feel bad. So end end of 9, South Africa need to be 60. Saifuddin to bowl the ninth. After 9, 48 for 0. Okay, there was a bad ball in that, and there was another ball that Quinton de Kock just edged and went just past the gully region. Okay, next over, feel good number 66. 9.4. Okay. Okay, 9.4. Mushfiq drops the catch. No! No, 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 no! Don't drop catches! Don't drop catches! Okay? Like, you playing for so long and you still don't know how not to drop catches. Unacceptable, man. Unacceptable. Because what if this was Virat Kohli? What if this was Chris Gale? Okay? What if this was Joe Root or Jason Roy or Johnny Bairstow or Owen Morgan? See, all these points, these are things Bangladesh should absolutely work on big time if they are to be more prominent and be more consistent with their good performances in this tournament. This is the biggest stage of them all. There's no more time to like go back and work on it. No. This is it. This is it. This is not a bilateral series. This is not just some tri-nation series. This is the biggest tournament. The biggest the biggest tournament of world cricket, or like the biggest stage of world cricket. Mehdi Miraz did all the hard work, and Mushfiq gets into his glove and drops one. Unacceptable. But they try for a run, and there is a run out. The run out, the fact that there was a run out, the pressure was telling, boy. The pressure was telling, man. QDK gone for 23. South Africa 49 for 1. They should have been 66. Pressure was telling, man. Faf to place a new man in. 9.5, South Africa 50 up. After 10, 51 for 1. This power play mostly belonged to Bangladesh in the context of this game, especially with that run out. Especially with that run out. But Bangladesh cannot let go of this pressure, and you have to take these catches, man. Okay, next, feel good number 73. Power play 2. Shakib to bowl the 11th. After 11, 52 for 1. Great start from the Shaq man. Feel good number 80. Mortada to bowl the 12th. After 12, 57 for 1. Next, feel good number 86. After 13, 61 for 1. Next over, field goal number is 93. After 14, 70 for 1. Field goal number is 99 now. After 15 overs, with the original required run rate, just to be on par in terms of number of run required per over. After 15, 75 for 1. So the deficit was 24 runs. This told you that Bangladesh were actually on top, and South Africa needed to step on the gas, or needed to get some quick runs fast to keep up with the required run rate. This period also belonging to Bangladesh as a result, because they should have been 99. They're 75 for 1. So now is the five over period for the Bangladesh for South Africa innings. Field goal number is 132 after 20 overs. So highlights for South Africa were the Saif Uddin to bowl the 18th. Drinks at 18. 97 for 1. Good stuff. Good stuff. South Africa was starting to gain back momentum though. And here's the thing, Saifuddin, like, with his pace, I don't know why he bowls short and wide deliveries. Don't bowl short and wide deliveries. Mosaddak to bowl the 19th. End of 19, South Africa 100 was up. Shakib to bowl the 20th. Okay, 19.4. The greatest pure left arm spinning all-rounder of all time. The fastest. I'm going to have a video about this. The fastest to 250 wickets and 5,000 plus runs. He gets that 250th wicket with a bold Markram gone, partnership broken, gone for 45. South Africa 102 for 2. Okay, Miller the new man in after 2105 for 2. Remember, the field goal number was 132. So the deficit from 24, it went on to 27 runs. Also, period belonging to Bangladesh even more, especially with that wicket. I'm like, David Miller is known to be a bit of a striker, so they still have to be careful. Okay, so after 25, the field goal number is 165. 24.5, Faf goes to the 50 with a 6. So Faf du Plessis is starting to get into the groove now. Like, he's starting to, like, bring out the big shots and, like, getting more accustomed to the spinners now. After 25, 135 for 2. So the field goal number, I believe, was 165. So deficit is 30 runs now, even bigger. So the period, so in retrospect, or from that perspective, this 5 over period also belonging to Bangladesh. Mortada to bowl 26th. Okay, after 30, the field goal number was 188. Miraz to bowl the 27. Okay, 26.4. Miraz gets the informed Faf du Plessis bowled. He tries to come down the wicket and misses it. He's gone for 62. South Africa 147 for 3. Now the thing about Miraz that I told you I'm going to tell. Okay. Notice, Miraz actually bowls significantly more to right-handers compared to, let's say, other spinners like Sohag Ghazi used to do or whatnot. And he actually has a bit more success, I believe, at least at this age. I believe he's like 21 years old or something. Yeah. Um, Bowling to right-handers and left-handers, and he has a different strategy bowling to right-handers compared to left-handers. So that is a very good thing to see, not only for Bangladesh cricket but for cricket overall. Very good thing to see from Bangladesh and from Mehdi Mirad. Very good thing to see. Let's just hope he can develop this further and further. And I believe in in one of the West Indies Bangladesh bilateral series commentaries, I believe Ian Bishop brought this point on that Mehdi Mirad is a smart off spinner. So good to see. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna pronounce his last name because Rathi Van something. Rossi was a new man in 27.4. South Africa 150 were up. Shakib to bowl the 30th. 29.3. Shammo Sarkar drops a catch. Like I said, you cannot afford to do these, man. Yeah, Shammo Sarkar was was beating himself up over it on the field or something like that. Um, but yeah, you can't afford to do these. This is the World Cup. Moments like these will accumulate and, in the end, significantly factor in determining who is a good cricketing side and who is not. After 31-69 for three. So the deficit, it was 30 runs before. Now it went back to, I believe, 19 runs. They should have won 88. So Bangladesh would just start to let go of the pressure here. I'm like, please, no, 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 because I remember that match against Pakistan, where Bangladesh also had their highest total in the Asia Cup 2014. And guess what happened? Bangladesh lost, and that basically spelled the end of Abdul Razak. I remember that. Oh, okay. After 35, 231. I'm like, please gain back some of the pressure. Mosaddak to bowl the 31st. After 35, by the feel good number. Miraz to bowl the 32nd. Mustafiz to bowl the 33rd. 33.3, yet another misfielding. I'm like, no. Saifuddin to bowl the 35th. 34.2. 34.2. SA 200 were up. After 35, 201 for 3. So at least we got the deficit back to 30. They should have been 231. They were 201. And I'm like, this match will be close. South Africa might win it in a close fashion or lose it in a close fashion. Okay, after 40, the feel good number is 264. Okay, 35.1. David Miller goes, edges it to Mehdi Miraz, and Mustafiz Rahman gets back into the groove of things, gets the wicket at the right time. Gone for 38. South Africa 202 for 4. And I guess this was drinks because there's a long commercial break. Okay, Jean-Paul Duminy was new man in JP Duminy. Um, Miraz to bowl the 37th. Okay, okay, 37.1, the 38th over, first ball 38th over. Um, Mustafiz gets the ball on Dumini's pads. He was given LBW and reviewed by Duminy. Okay, on replay, I could see this. The amount of forward movement plus the fact that you could kind of see off stump when the ball hits the pads. This sort of tells you that the ball is either clipping or missing leg stumps and possibly even going above it. If it's clipping, it's going to touch the top corner of the stumps. But wickets are missing, and great ball, by the way, from Mustafiz. Saifuddin to bowl the 40th. 39.1. Rasi gone bowled by Saifuddin. Tries to hoik it over long on and misses. Goes for 41. South Africa 228 for 5. Okay, Pehla Koya, new man in. After 40, 228 for 5. Now, the deficit is more than 30 runs. 36 runs. 36 runs short of where they needed to be to keep up with the run rate. Okay, and I said, now, this was Saifuddin's strength. Bowl with accuracy. Why couldn't he bowl with accuracy to this degree when he first comes on? Why does he have to wait to the death overs? That wicket maiden over turned the momentum towards Bangladesh big time, even more, gave us more control. It actually started from the 35th over actually, but yeah, that one sealed it. So now over by over. Third power play. The field good number is 271. Mortada to bowl the 41st. After 41, 238 for 5. By the way, Mortada was having a bad day with the ball. He was looking a bit too much for swing when he should have just been content with seam. Okay, next field good number 278. Shakib to bowl the 42nd. After 32, 244 for 5. Next 284 they needed to be. Saifuddin to bowl the 43rd. 42.2. Courtesy of a wide. South Africa 250 or up. See, these are the small things that actually bother me, which accumulate bit by bit into becoming an obstacle for Bangladesh's success. 42.5. Saifuddin gets a full toss. Shakib bowls the full toss and uh, Shakib takes the catch. Okay. Okay. Pahalakeo was gone for 8. South Africa 252 for 6. Yeah, once again, this okay. As if the full toss was dipping, I can understand that because that's one of the tricky part about full tosses. If they're dipping bit more than expected, that's when you lose your wicket because you always play the trajectory. You play the anticipated trajectory playing a full toss. It's like baseball. Baseball pretty much they're all full tosses. But you have to beat the batsman in the air. You have to beat the batter in the air. Chris Morris is the new man in. After 43, 252 for 6. The deficit getting bigger and bigger. Great over in the context of the game, but still gave away 8 runs though. Happens. After 44, the feel good number is 291. After 44, 259 for 6. Deficit 32 runs. After 45, 268 for 6. So now the feel good number doesn't matter anymore because they're way short anyways. 63 from 30 balls. In the era of T20 cricket, very possible. Fizz to bowl the 46th. 45.5. Morris goes for another big one, 45.5. Deep mid wickets takes the catch of Morris. Mustafiz gets another one. He's gone for 10. South Africa 275 for 7. Kahis or Rabada was a new man in. After 46. Wait. After 46, South Africa 276 for 7. Last 4 overs, 55 needed. After 47. Hey guys, sorry about that interruption. Something just happened and my a movie maker sort of crashed. So um, I had to go and basically watch back on where I left off. Apparently, I stopped at the 47th over. So where's South Africa were 287 for 7. So we need 44 of 18. 47.1. Mustafizur Rahman does it again. He plays one on, does JP Dubani, and gets bowled off the bowling of Mustafizur Rahman. Goes for 45. South Africa 287 for 8. Tahir, the new man in. After 48, 291 for 8. After 49, 298 for 8. 49.1. South Africa 300 up with a Rabada 6. After 50, South Africa 309 for 8. So kudos to Bangladesh for winning this match by 21 runs. And basically first out batting and then strangling and suffocating South Africa to defeat. Just like a tiger, what it does, it overpowers you and then it gives you that fatal bite and then basically waits until you bleed and suffocate to death. Okay, not that violent this defeat, but still, like Bangladesh outbatted and then like strangled South Africa to defeat. Very good performance in that respect. However, there were problems even with the batting of Bangladesh. A bit too many trigger happy shots at times. Okay, need to clean up on that. In the fielding, there was a drop catch. Mushfiqur Rahim also behind the wickets, not that good, because he dropped a very easy chance at once. They're not gonna the batsmen are not gonna run all the time. They're not gonna give you that run out opportunity all the time. Okay. And the bowling, there was a bit too many full tosses and a bit too many bad deliveries for my liking. Need to work on that. Okay, and this is the World Cup stage. You have to do it now, because things like these actually add up and in the end will determine where you end up in this tournament once this is all said and done. And this is one of the key factors that separates different sides. But that being said, Bangladesh played very well. They adapted where South Africa did not. And Shakib Al Hasan, the greatest pure left arm spinning all-rounder of all time, was your man of the match. I'll have a separate video about him shortly. But please, that was the end of the analysis. Let me know what you thought. Hopefully you enjoyed this type of podcast, podcast format type of review. Because especially when it comes to Bangladesh cricket, I don't think there's anyone else on YouTube that does it on this format, because cricket is a over 8-hour game. Reviewing an 8-hour event in 5 or 6 minutes, I don't think does it proper justice. You cannot give adequate detail, in just reviewing such a long event in such a short time. So yeah, especially with Bangladesh cricket doing this in English, yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and as always, don't forget to hit that like and especially that subscribe button. Leave your comments in the comment section below. And that's about it. I'll see you in the next video. By the way, best cricket review will not be up with the next episode until this weekend, because I start work on Monday, and I'm not going to skip work and watch a cricket game even if I've paid for it, even though it's a Bangladesh game. I'm going to give you my thoughts videos, but a detailed review will not come until Saturday and Sunday, and Saturday morning, Sunday morning, maybe even Monday morning. Alright, that's about it. Let me know what you thought about this video and Bangladesh performance in the comment section below. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's your boy, the Entertainment One, Tanveer Side, the Bengal Dragon signing out.